class of 25 and 26 for seminar. Here's a reminder that or a prerequisite to your first class in seminar that seminar is going to be okay. It's not too bad. There's a time period within the year where you're not really doing too much, and but in that time period, it's important just to make sure that you understand like what seminar is about and what to do in seminar. So first things first, times to lock in. Definitely need to lock in during PT1. PT1 is it's during a tough time period, like in the dead of winter. You might have seasonal depression or something like that, and you have to lock in really. You got a presentation, a paper, and for the group presentation, definitely the best thing that I did with my group was that we met outside of the class. We met at a library, and then we also did a Zoom call, just practicing what we were going to say. So we really, had a cohesive team, and so that was really good. And I personally got behind on the paper, which was not fun making up. And so definitely just start that paper beforehand. And even if you have a weekend where you're not doing too much, just get ahead on that paper because it's always better to be ahead than behind. Also, EOCB and EOCA, you're gonna have one of each every quarter. They're not too bad. They're like hour-long assessments, give or take, and they're just writing. Basically, EOCB, on the first one, you might get a bad score or like a not so great score, depending on what kind of student you like to be. But you'll be fine. Once you figure out how to write EOCB and EOCA, every time it'll just get easier and easier until you get to the exam. And Mr. Schrems really prepares you for the exam because you take a lot of EOCBs and EOCAs, and it seems like you don't need to take that many, but it helps you. And then by the time of the exam, you'll be perfect, and all you need to do is just take the exam and you'll be all right. And honestly, the best way to study for the exam is just look over the rubric like the night before, just make sure you understand, read your past EOCs, and then just get a lot of sleep because writing takes a toll on your mind. And so just getting a lot of sleep is the best way to study. Reminder that you'll be fine, and this class is not the worst thing in the world.
Hello, I'm Thomas Hedor. I'm from the class of 2027. I'm here to talk about AP seminar. I'm specifically going to be talking about time management and trying to avoid the pitfall of procrastination. And what I mean by time management is trying to get your work done early. Because this could help you, get through your work faster. The main benefit of this is you're not stressing about it at the deadline. You're not doing it last minute, staying up late. But for the individual benefits for both the research papers and the presentations you'll have to do. For the research papers, since you have to do research for those, by starting earlier and not procrastinating, you can get through that research done and actually get to the writing part, and you can finish your paper faster and be able to do your edits and rewrites even in case if there's something that's not good, something you need to change, or in worst case scenario if you need to start over, at least you did it earlier than later. And for the presentations, this will give you if you get it done fast, and not procrastinate, you can both finish it quickly and all the speaker notes, and it'll give you more time to practice, which is really important because I didn't, and so my presentation was really bad. I also didn't prepare for this, so make sure you prepare. Don't procrastinate. Get your work done on time so that you have time to do edits or to practice presentating. Yeah.
Hi AP Seminar students, my name is Kate McNamara and I'm the class of 2026. After taking AP Seminar and passing with an A, I have a few takeaways to share with you to help you succeed in this class. Number 1, if you're a junior and you're taking AP Lang alongside Seminar, the skills that you learn in this class are actually going to be really applicable to AP Lang. Utilize that opportunity and use those skills to write strong, nuanced essays in AP Lang, especially the synthesis one. This is also helpful to sophomores too. It'll just help you write more nuanced essays and be prepared for AP Lang next year. Number 2, Mr. Schrems is going to tell you this over and over, but seriously, do not procrastinate your writing. Spacing out your writing over weeks instead of days will help you write a stronger paper by allowing you to include more details and receive more feedback, overall making your essay higher scoring. Number 3, this class is not stressful. It's an easy A. If you don't procrastinate and use all the materials Mr. Schrems provides you with, it's going to be an easy class. Watch the AP Daily videos and even some of the ones he doesn't assign, because those unassigned videos are the ones that help me to score higher on the EOCs, which is your final exam at the end of the year, 45% of the AP grade. My last point is practice your presentations a lot. Basically, memorize them. If you're a strong speaker and you sound confident and like you know what you're talking about, chances are you're going to get more points on rows you're lacking in because of your ability to clearly present and articulate. Remember, this class will help you learn to be a better writer, speaker, thinker, and researcher if you take advantage of the opportunities given to you. You've got this.
My first piece of advice would be to use all of your in-class time and not slack off during those limited hours that you get. My second piece of advice would be to save all of your sources on a separate Google Doc with the link that you found them, but also with the name of the source and the author in case you lose it, because then you can go back and find it again. And my third piece of advice would be to watch all of the EOC-B and EOC-A AP Classroom videos because they really help explain the process. And my fourth piece of advice would be to go on Safari and go to this little tab button up here and say, create new tab group. And once you put new empty tab group, and then you can either put PT1 or PT2. And this helps save your tabs. So even if you X out or go like this and get rid of that page, then all of your sources will still stay, which is really helpful in this long research process.
So you want to take AP Seminar? Well, as a former AP Seminarian, I'm here to be the honors history to your AP Seminar class. Finally, procrastinate. It's not a good idea. Trust me, I know most of you are going to do it, but please try not to. You're given loads of time, probably around a month and a half to complete USCB, which is loads of time. So why are you saving it till the last week? Try to get it done early. I know if you really try your hardest to do it the way I believe you. So does Timothy Patrick Schrems. Come on.
How to read literature like a professor.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Schrems. Mr. Schrems. Is procrastinating good or bad? Bad. You heard it here first.
Hello, Seminarians. I'm Grant Hillary, and this is my advice for you next year. Seminar was difficult for me at the beginning, but as I went along, I learned the skills and got better. And I have 3 skills for you. First, learn from your EOCs. Your EOC A and B, you'll take the first time. You won't know what you're doing, but look at Mr. Schrems' advice and learn from it as much as you can. Number 2, keep your rubrics with you as you write your big papers. There's a lot on here for you to look for, and you get your points by following the rubrics. So keep those with you and keep referencing them as you write. And number 3, keep track of your sources and good quotes as you write your papers. So if you find something you like, copy the link, put it in a doc, and copy a quote from that to keep with you. That will save a lot of time in rereading.
Hi there, AP Seminar student. First off, congratulations. You've taken the first step into one of the most unique courses in high school. So, what is AP Seminar? Well, in this class, you'll ask questions, explore real-world issues, work with others, and learn how to build arguments using solid, credible, and researched evidence. And the best part, you get to choose what you explore. Now, let's be honest, this class is horrible at times. You will write more, present more, and research more than in most every other class. But here's the good news. You are never alone. You'll have classmates to collaborate with, a Shremperer to guide you, and you'll grow as a student. Lean into your curiosity. Be open to feedback. Don't be afraid to speak up or ask the hard questions. You've got this, and I can't wait to see what you discover. Welcome to AP Seminar. Make it amazing.
I'm Benjamin, class of 2026, and here's my biggest piece of advice for AP Seminar. Set yourself reasonable goals, just like 100 or 200 words per day, so that you can get to something done every single day without overwhelming yourself, and it also helps you pace yourself towards the end. With PT1 and PT2, it was a really big struggle for me personally and a lot of other people, because they had to do like 500 or 1,000 words in a couple days. And that's just a lot of work, especially during that time of year when you also have a bunch of other exams going on. So it's really important to just set yourself a goal and stay consistent and get something done every single day.
So my first piece of advice would be to watch the EOC A and B videos on AP Classroom. They help explain the difference between the two, and they provide examples of what a good scoring paper would look like, so you have an idea in mind of how to get a 5. And then my second piece of advice would be for the PT1 and PT2. I would make sure you work on the paper a little at a time instead of doing everything the night before it's due. This way you can make your final edits on the due date instead of fully writing it, which makes it feel more rushed and seem like a rough draft.
AP Seminar Tips. So guys, what do y'all need to do? I'm here to tell you to manage your time and avoid certain pitfalls that I had during AP Seminar. Firstly, time management. For instance, you'll have PT1 and PT2, which are different parts of AP Seminar's curriculum, which you want to make sure you get full credit by giving yourself room to work on each part day by day. So instead of trying to cram all your work in on one night, you instead can sleep peacefully knowing Mr. Schrems won't judge you for turning in your PT2 assignments at 11:58 p.m. Next, we'll talk about pitfalls to avoid. Some pitfalls you should avoid are winging it, meaning don't expect to do well if you don't put work into the class. Deadlines, basically more like time management where you want to hold yourself accountable so that you don't have to cram anything, and also, don't be passive, instead use strong verbs, articulate your thoughts and address claims and relevant evidence, especially on EOCA and EOCB, and finally, use AP Classroom and conference with Mr. Schrems for more help.